So let's go ahead and get started. And first of all, thank you so much for being here today. We're going to go through the entire process of opening up a Yahoo Store. And then if you have any questions, since I'm all by myself here, I'm going to go ahead and answer those at the end. So if there's any little tips or tricks or anything like that you want to know about the Yahoo Store, we're going to do that at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Shauna Siegel. I am the CEO of One Choice for Your Store. If you have specific questions, you can always email us at support@1c4y.com. And also on Twitter. On Twitter, I am Shauna Siegel, and I'm always on Twitter, no matter what. You can always find me there. Make sure to send me an @ message. I usually am not very good about the DM, the direct messages, because I get a lot of spam through my direct messages, a lot of spam. So if you want to send me a direct message, that's great. Just make sure you @ me and say, hey, check your direct messages, and I'll make sure to go in there. All right, so I always start out our webinars by telling you guys a little bit about me. And I started out as a single mom back at the end of 1999. And literally, I want to say I was cooking and cleaning and running my business, and I was with my 2 boys, and I was the picture-perfect mother, but honestly, that was not the case at all. I was pulling out my hair, I was working in my jammies, I was selling software, and I was absolutely going insane. There was no information available, there was no help out there, and you know, it was like I was going insane, and I worked from home, and I did have those 2 boys, and as a matter of fact, I have an office with a wonderful team of employees 14 miles away, but I still love to work from home. I absolutely love it. I love being at home with my kids and with my dogs. So if you hear my dogs when my kid comes home in about a half an hour, you're going to understand why. And usually the biggest reason why I'm pulling out my hair is because I'm trying to answer customer phone calls, and this is what my kids are doing in the back. So I want you to know I've been there and I've done that. Now I'm working as a Yahoo small business partner, and I'm helping people to create their own stores, and I love it. I love helping people. I'm also the host of the New Life event, and if you haven't registered for this, go do it right now. The New Life event is not this weekend, but next. It is 30 webinars with some of the best speakers in the industry. It is all weekend long, and it is all free. There are no sponsors. There are no advertisers. It's all free. The only thing we ask is that you go out and spread the word about the event. Basically, you guys are the sponsors. So if you want me to get great speakers, you have to tell everybody you know about the event. That's all we ask. So it's awesome education, and the way that I came up with this event is because I was sitting at a $5,000 conference thinking to myself, you know, if I had had this education when I was in my living room doing that Yahoo Store in the very beginning, man, I could have been so much more successful so much sooner, but I didn't have the money. Plus, how could I leave my kids for an entire week when they were that young? There was no way I could have done it. So I came up with the idea of the New Life event. This way you don't have to leave. You don't have to travel. You can watch this from your living room. It's on a weekend, so if you're working a full-time job, not only that, it's all going to be recorded too. So that way, if you have to walk away to go deal with your family for an hour or 2, you can still come back, and whatever you missed is there for you. So it is a really amazing event, and it's something you absolutely have to make sure that you are registered for, because it's completely free, and it's my most favorite thing to do. It's every 6 months we do this, and I love it. I also have a radio show every Monday night on webmasterradio.fm. I love it, and I love talking about SEO and Yahoo. I just love education. I love, love, love education. It's so much fun. Education is so wonderful. Education is powerful. Education will take your store to new places. So let's go ahead and get going with telling you a little bit more about our store that we're going to open today. We're going to open up a store called One Choice for Frog that sells unique clothing and accessory for frogs. We're going to use PayPal to accept payments, and we're going to use a flat rate shipping fee of $4.95 or free over $50, and we're going to use a sales tax rate of 6%. So normal view, when we go in to open up a Yahoo store, basically there's a checklist of 5 different things we have to do. We have to design our site, add products, add our payment methods, tax, shipping, done. Open up for business. That's it. It's just 5 very simple and very easy steps. All right, so the first step we're going to do is called the Design Wizard. Here we're going to choose basically a layout. We're going to select a design by using either the color palette or the pre-designed template. We're going to upload a company logo if we want to. And once completed, we can always go back and customize the colors for text, navigation buttons, or anything else that we want in our store editor. But I want you to keep in mind, and I'm going to keep saying this to you over and over again, it is so much better to get open and start selling and give the search engines a chance to find your site than to keep under construction for months and months and months trying to perfect the perfect design. I can tell you right now, our main site, One Choice for Your Store, is not perfect. There are so many things. There's probably about 200 things on our site that I absolutely hate, that is not perfect, that is not the right way of doing things. And you know what? I still don't have time to change them. It's not perfect, but it's a good thing that is open and it's giving the chance, you know, the search engines are in there, people are in there. That's what we want. It will never, ever, ever be perfect. Your store will never be perfect. And let me tell you, if your store is ever at the point where it's absolutely 100% perfect, you're doing something wrong. All right, that's the truth of it. So let's go ahead and go into the design wizard right now. We're going to go ahead and go into our store and, oops, let me get that. I apologize. This should have been up already. And I see that we have a question here, so I'm going to try to help answer that question while I bring this up. Usually I do questions at the end since I'm here all alone. But Andre wanted to know, oops, got the wrong password in here. Andre wanted to know, thank you for the education. I learned a lot. Thank you, Andre. That's what I would try definitely to do. And let's go ahead and put that in there again. By the way, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Yahoo Store, you put in one password and then they put in a security key as well. The security key is just an extra protection to help save all the information in your store from any type of hackers or anything like that. Hello? There we go. All right, so that way nobody can break into your store and get all that information. I'm Portuguese living in Brazil and I want to open up a store. Yahoo Store is prepared for a Brazilian store in Portuguese with local shipping. Thank you for all your help. That is kind of, you have to set it up differently. You can set it up that way, but you're going to have to go into the shipping manager. You'll have to set up that shipping on your own. The other way to do that is to use UPS real-time rates, but we'll go into that in just a moment. Right now we're going to go through the design wizard, and then we'll get to shipping in just a moment. So let me go ahead and show that. So we click on the design wizard, click on design your site. And here we choose, remember, the generic or pre-design. Now, the pre-designed templates, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I really don't like these a whole lot when it comes to the Yahoo Store. They just, I don't know, there's not that much room to play with them. We have videos on our website showing you how to really customize your Yahoo Store, and these are just, they're just basic, they're boring, they're very ugly, the images, I just don't like them. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go ahead and choose the generic templates, and I'm going to choose by colors. And we can choose a site navigation layout. We can just click on top navigation, and it makes it so that all of our categories are up here. I usually don't recommend this unless you've only got maybe 3 or 4 categories, then, you know, top navigation might work for you. But otherwise, people are used to seeing that left column navigation. And I've heard some people say, well, I want to be different, you know. I want my store to be different, and I want to have it on the right side. The problem with that is when people are used to something, they like it that way. And when you throw something off and you put it somewhere where they're not really expecting it, it gets very scary for them, and they usually will leave the website because that's scary. They don't want something scary. They want something that they're used to. So that's what you want to remember. Make it so that they're used to it. Now here we can just click on different types of colors, and you really want to choose a color that suits your products. For instance, if we were selling baby products, you know, these colors here might not work really well for us. Again, if we were selling for men, we probably wouldn't want to go with pink and purple either. A little tip that a lot of people don't think about is when you are selling to men, be extremely careful of the colors you're picking out, because a lot of men are colorblind, and men who are colorblind have a very difficult time reading colors like this type of color scheme here. This white on the black or the white on the orange can be very difficult for men who are severely colorblind. So that's something you definitely want to think about. All right, so once we choose the color scheme we like, we're going to go ahead and click on Select Template. and I am recording all of this, and I know I'm going real fast, but this way I can cover more. We're going to create our site header next, and we can use plain text, we can upload a logo, we can even upload an entire header. I'm going to use plain text right now, but the great thing about the Yahoo Store, you can always go back tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now, and go back and change any of this. You are not stuck, so don't worry about that. Now, this text and information for our website is for the home, about us page, and privacy page. And when you get to this point, I just want you to click finish and be done with it. I don't even want you to touch this stuff right now. And the reason why is these pages are super duper important to getting people to basically convert into buyers. You know, we don't want them to basically be looking through the window and be, you know, those shoppers that just like to look through the windows and they're not going to buy anything. We want them to buy from our store. The About Us page can really help boost that confidence that they need to give us their credit card. The privacy policy page can help boost the confidence to give us their credit card. So we want to take our time and really look at those pages. And I'm going to show you how to go in later and do that. Now, we're going to skip adding products until the very end of this webinar because I'm going to show you some little tips and tricks for search engine optimization that's really going to help you. And we're going to go to payment methods. Now, for your payment methods, you can very, very quickly set up with PayPal. And I always recommend that you accept PayPal payments. Now, you can also use PayPal while you're waiting for your merchant bank account. You can sign up with Bank of America, or you can use your existing merchant account, especially if it's FDMS Nashville compatible. You can also process offline, but I don't recommend it. When I started my first store, I was processing offline, and every single order I got, I basically had to copy and paste all the information to another website. It was absolutely insane. I wasted so much time. Eventually, I transferred over to emerchant.com. I highly recommend them. They have a very low per transaction fee. They have a low monthly fee, low percentage fees. Basically, they work with a lot of our customers, and they will give you an amazing rate. Just tell them One Choice sent you. They're even doing a special right now that if you already have a merchant account and they can't beat the rates, they'll give you $250. I mean, these guys are top notch. They're amazing. So what you want to do is have a merchant account plus PayPal. A lot of people out there are only using PayPal to purchase online because they don't want to give out their credit card. So you never, ever want to give your customers a reason not to purchase from you. So accept PayPal and have a merchant account to set those credit cards. Let's go ahead and figure out how to input payment methods. We're going to go ahead and click on that now, set up our first payment method. And we say, no, I need to set up payment processing, or yes, I'm currently able. So let's just pretend that we made the call to eMerchant Discount, we set up a merchant account, and we want to configure our store to use it. Well, we're going to click on appropriate things, type in the name of the bank, the merchant number, the MID, the TI number, and click Finish. All of this is sent in an email. You're done. You've entered in all the information. It's going to put in that you're going to accept the Visa, the MasterCard, all of that good stuff for you. Now, for setting up PayPal, you can even go in here and say, no, I need to set up a payment method. Click on Next. This is if you don't already have PayPal. And you can accept credit cards and PayPal payments right through here on PayPal. Click Next. You're going to sign up in through PayPal website, and it usually does take about 5 to 10 minutes to complete. It's extremely easy. It all hooks up everything for you, and that's why we absolutely love it. Now let's go to your tax rate. Now let me tell you, there's all kinds of things going on when it comes to taxes. I mean, there's this thing about server taxes. If your server's in Texas, you have to do taxes. And if you're doing affiliate stuff, then you have to deal with taxes. And then you've got Nexus, where, you know, if you're selling out of state but you've got a warehouse set up in that state, you have to do taxes. So let's just cut through all the chase and just say consult your state tax agency or your tax advisor to learn about your responsibilities. We are not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a tax advisor. Just make sure you go check with a state tax agency or a tax advisor and find out what your responsibilities are. Once you do that, it's very simple to set up those tax rates. Let me show you. We're going to start the tax wizard. And we're going to say, all right, we're in Michigan. We have to charge 6%. That's all we have to do. So are you required to collect tax online? I am required. Next. And then it's going to say click on the state where you have to collect the tax. So I'm in Michigan, and I'm going to click next. And here it says Michigan taxable goods times 6%. Done. I can click the finish button. Now let's play what if. I love the what if game. What if Michigan recently changed this and I was supposed to charge 6.25? Well, then we click on edit, and then we can go in here and change this to 6.25, click on update, and there we go. It's done. So this is very, very simple. I have an 83-year-old grandfather that has a Yahoo Store. That's how simple this Yahoo Store platform is. I just absolutely love it. All right, now let's talk about your shipping. And Andre, hopefully this information will help you. When you're setting up shipping, you're going to choose your different methods, and your defaults are going to be air and ground. But you can create rates based on order total, the weight, the percentage, the flat rate. You can even do UPS real-time rates because you have access to UPS online tools. And with that, you can print UPS labels, you can offer real-time rates, you can do all kinds of stuff. So this is really a lot of fun. But what we're going to do for us is we're going to say, all right, you know what, if they're in the United States, we're going to charge $4.95. And if they purchase over $50, we're going to give them free shipping. P.S. People right now are looking for free shipping. They want free shipping more than anything, and most people are just giving up on those shopping carts as soon as they see they have to pay for shipping. So if there's any chance at all that you can create free shipping or give your customers free shipping, I highly recommend it. That's going to be extremely important. All right, so we're going to go. I think I still had one of our shipping in here, so I wanted to go in and delete it so I can actually show you how it works from the very beginning, so I apologize. So we're going to go into set up shipping and start the shipping wizard. So we can say calculate rates automatically using UPS, manually, or I'm not sure. We're going to do manually and click next. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose ground for the general method, and then we're going to click on add a rate. Excuse me, had to grab a drink real quick. All right, so how should this be calculated? Should we do a flat rate or should we do a rate table? And this really is wonderful because it really does help you and give you all kinds of help all throughout, which is wonderful, and that's what we love. And we're going to do a rate table. And we're going to do this based on the total amount. And we're going to say from 0 to add $4.95. And from 49, actually we'll make it 50. Hello. From $50 up, add 0. And if you look at this, this has been changed up here. 0 to $49.99, add $4.95. And then 50 on up, add $0. And then we can just click submit, and we can click next if we're finished. And here we go. We've got ground 5 to 7 days. Here's our rate table, and we can go in and edit it if we need to. We can delete it, or we can add others. You can really get more specific, and this is where we're talking about for Andre, who's got all kinds of different shipping needs. When you go into the actual shipping manager, I'm going to take like a real quick trip in there. Once you complete these 5 steps, you're actually going to go into the store manager every time that you go into your store. And this is where you actually pick up your orders. You can look at your statistics. Your store editor information's over here. There's all kinds of cool tools over here to help you promote your store. And here's our shipping manager, where we can change our methods, we can change our rates, we can look at shipping and tax test. So we can go ahead and say, all right, let's look at our shipping rates, and let's go ahead and add a rule. And here's where we select the location. So we could specifically say, okay, in the country of Canada, in any province, this is how much we want to charge. So if you are overseas or out of the United States, you really can really say, okay, in this specific country, this is how much I want to charge, and really narrow that down. It's very simple to do within the actual shipping manager. So that's one thing that's really great about the store. Now let's get into adding products. So this is extremely important. All right. When we add our first product, the first time we do it, we're going to add it through the wizard. The second time, we're going to do it through Store Editor, because I want to show you two different ways of adding products in the Yahoo Store. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a product that's called Frog Clothing. It's a blue windbreaker jacket, and it's made specifically for frogs, and it's absolutely adorable. All right. So let's go ahead and do that now using the product wizard. So this is the number one way. Remember, there's two ways of entering in products. So we're going to click Add Products and click Start Adding Products. And I actually have a file that has all my information I can copy and paste. So let me go ahead and do that now. Here's the name of the product. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the description. And I'm going to choose a file for the image, which is our frog jacket. Click on the upload button. We want to make sure we see that preview button over here. Perfect. And the price is $20. The sale price is $15. And even though we're doing flat rate shipping, we're just going to go ahead and put the shipping weight in case at a later date we decide to go with UPS real-time rates. The next option says mark this product as a special. If we do this, this will show up on our home page like featured products. So let me go ahead and maybe go to a live store to kind of show you that. And actually, this is a store I'm using for a project I'm calling Now What. Many times people open up a store and they're like, now what? And obviously, you hear my babies that I told you about when my son would be coming home. Here they go. 2 golden retrievers letting me know my kid's home. All right, and letting you know too. All right, so featured products or featured, right here we have collection. So if we check that box, that's where they're going to show up on the home page. And this site is something I'm working on to teach our customers basically now what. You've got the store open, but now what? How do you get people to the store? How do you get people to buy? So this is a very new project I'm working on that I'm very, very excited about. And it's all in our newsletter. Go to yourstorenews.com and you'll learn more about that. But all right, let's get going. Click on Next. And here's where we create options. And options are, okay, if you've got different sizes or you've got different colors, different variations of the product. Maybe you're going to sell half a yard, or 2 yards, you know, something like that where you want to offer different options. So we're going to say I do need to create options. And for us, we have sizes. So we're going to do size small, medium, add another one, large. And actually, have you ever seen where you go to the store and if they have a 2X large, they charge you $2 more? We're going to do that to our customers too. We're going to click on the box that says I need to make a price change for each option. And only for the extra, extra large, we're going to add a +2. And notice here on the total, it puts $15 for small, medium, large, extra large, but $17 for our extra, extra large. Then we're going to click on Create Option. Very simple. Perfect. Click Next. And it says assign this product to a category. Well, this is a brand new store. We don't have any categories yet. So let's just call this Frog Clothing, and this is our description of Frog Clothing section. And create our category. Perfect. Click Next. And we can review all the information, make sure it's okay. We can edit, we can delete, click Next. And we can create more products, or we can say we're finished. We're going to go ahead and say we're finished. We're going to go into the Store Editor, because the Store Editor is actually the way that I prefer to add products to the store, unless I'm doing a database upload, which is for more advanced users. The Store Manager is how I teach most people to add products. It is so very simple. So let's go in the Store Editor and see your store that you've created so far. Here's the design of the blue and orange you created. Here's the Frog Clothing section that you just created. Here's the blue windbreaker jacket under Featured Products. If we click on the item, Here's our small, medium, large, extra large plus $2. Here is our description that we put in. Absolutely wonderful. So how would we add products in our store editor? Well, this is very, very simple. As a matter of fact, the Yahoo Store is so simple that a lot of people get very confused thinking it's more difficult. Thank you, Autumn, for telling us that Justin is home. Now be quiet. Mommy's on a webinar. All right, so if we want to add a new section, we just click the button called Section. If we want to add a new item, we click the button that says Item. If we want to link to another website, we click the button called Link. If we want to add an image, we click the button that's called Image. If we want to edit this page, we click Edit. So remember all that area that we skipped about the home page text, and we skipped the About Us text and the privacy page text. The reason why we did that is because we can just go in our store editor and click Edit. And here is all that information that we skipped, that we really didn't want to put in. You know, this is, I can go ahead and I've got some text put in, so I can just go in here and highlight it and update it and click Update, and look at, there's all my new text. If I want to add an image to my home page, I just click Image and choose my file. Let's choose something with a little crown and make it look pretty. Click the Send button, and now we've got an image on our home page. If I want to update the About Us page, I just click on the page and click Edit. Here's where we would put in our email, our standard mail, our business name. All the information we skipped is right here, and we can take our time and really make changes to these pages that are going to help us to convert sales. Same with the privacy page. So I want to show you in Store Editor how to create a new section and also how to create a new item. So let's go ahead and create a section by clicking on Section. And this time, let's just call it Frog Jackets. Really, the only thing we have to put into our category pages is the name. That's all we have to put in before we click the Update button, and we've created a new section. Now let's go ahead and click Item and create a new item. So for this one, let's just go ahead and do the frog jackets again, or, you know what, let's do a frog bikini. So frog bikini, and upload an image. Let's do this little yellow bikini, click Send. And I want you to notice that underneath each field, it says exactly what we're supposed to do. So this is the code, and the code is used to identify the SKU, the item number, the ISBN. So we'll just call this bikini, and the price is 20, sale price 15. Here's our options. If we click on what's this, a little window pops open. It tells us how to do it, what to do, gives us more information. So let's go ahead and put in size small, medium, large. The headline we can put in if we want to. The caption is very, very important. This is our description. And we can go ahead and click the Update button. And there we go. We've got a new product. If we want to put this on our home page, there's a button that says Special. And now that product is a special on our home page. Well, what if we add 20 products to our store and we decide that this product should no longer be a special? We click on the product and there's a button that says Not Special. Okay, Not Special. Right, let's say that, and I put in a bikini under the frog jacket. So let's say that we want to add the frog bikini with frog clothing. We want to have it in two different categories. We click on the item and we click on the Copy button. And notice now we have a new little clipboard up here. And we go into frog clothing. And this is a good place to put it. So we click to Insert. And now our product is in both categories. But let's say we want that bikini to be over here because that will look a lot nicer. So we click on the Move button. And it says click on the link we want to move. Well, we're trying to move our bikini. And it says click on the link where you want it to go. Well, we're trying to move it right over here. All right. Now let's make sure that that did it. Yep, our bikini is here. our jacket is here. If we want to add a link to frog books on our section, all we have to do is go to our home page and click link. Call this frog books, and the URL is www. And click update. And there's our frog books. Again, if we want to change the way these are displayed on the left-hand side, all we have to do is be on our home page, click move. And let's say I want to put frog books up on the top, frog books, move it here, and now it's moved. Very, very, very simple, very easy to use. All right, but I want to talk to you now a little bit about your content that you're adding in their product descriptions, because they should contain enough information to answer buyer questions about the product, okay? We want to answer, who is this product for? What is this product? When do they need or use this product? Why do they need this product? Where do they use this product? How do they use this product? If we look at this example, I mean, it's kind of extreme, but you kind of get an idea. It's made specifically for Frogs Answers Who. It's a blue windbreaker jacket. It's what? Keeps them warm on cold nights. When? On the lily pad. Water resistant. How? Makes a great gift too. Why? We're answering all kinds of questions. It's good, solid content. And who are these product descriptions for? Well, they're for your customers. Customers want to know about the product. They can't look, they can't feel, they can't, well, they can look, but you know, they really can't look up close and personal. They can't touch these products. So it really helps your conversion rates. The more of a description, the better your descriptions are. It's going to help people make a decision to purchase your product. They're going to like, know, and trust you, and they're going to purchase from you. And the great part about it is it's really helpful for your search engine rankings. Let's talk about search engine rankings. All right, you're going to hear a lot in your time as a store owner about SEO, search engine optimization. SEO, search engine rankings, SEO, search engine optimization. This is all so very important. Let's say, let me grab a quick drink again. All right. Let's say that I said to you, you know what, South Bend is 20 miles away and I'm thinking about opening up a new quilting store. What should I be thinking about? You are going to tell me it's all about location, 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 right? That's usually the first thing people say. It's all about location. And that's true, because if I was to go open up a little store in the mall, I would have so much foot traffic coming in that I maybe would not have to spend as much money on advertising, because all these people are walking by. I got the video, you know, I've got the displays in the windows. I can bring them in that way. But if I was to open up my little store in the back alley down here, way, way, way in the back, I'd have to hire some kid to stand out in a monkey suit, you know, pretending like, hey, we're down here all the time. I'd have to spend tons of money on advertising just to let people know that we're in business. We're here. We're open. Come and see us. Well, online, it's the same thing. All right, let me grab my handy dandy tool that I love to use so much, my little highlighter tool. And these are the people that are actually paying to be in the search engines on top. They are the back alley stores. They're paying and saying, hey, 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 you know, you need to come see us. This is coming from the Google shopping results. And then this is search engine optimization down here. And if you notice, the very first store that was listed, and it's not anymore, sorry, that was listed for blue windbreaker jacket is onechoiceforfrogs.com. Now, let me tell you a funny story. Onechoiceforfrogs.com was a fake website that we used for training. It was not officially open for business. It had no links coming to the site. All it had was content about frogs, about blue windbreaker jacket. That's all it was content. And it was the #1 ranked website because it was 100% about content and relevant to what people were searching for. That's really interesting, because most people think, I've built it and they will come. They think it's like the field of dreams, and you have to have patience. Patience, patience, patience. patience, because it can take 3 to 6 months for search engines to come in and find your website. It can take that long. Sales are going to start very, very slowly, and I hope I mentioned patience because that's what you're going to need. That is why I started the other site, the One Choice for Quilting website, to start this program called Now What? Because just because we built the site and we opened up this beautiful store does not mean that sales are just going to start pouring in. You have to understand now what. Now what are you going to do to get people to come? You've got to reach out to customers. You've got product promotion tools within the Yahoo Store. You can drive traffic to your store. You can work on free search engine marketing. You can work with shopping search engines, email marketing, and one of my favorite tools that I am absolutely loving, and I'm really using this as much as possible to document with the Now What program, is social networking. Because social networking only costs you your time. And if you do it right, it can be a very, very powerful tool to bring in customers. A very powerful tool. And it only costs you your time. So for the Now What story, this store that we've opened has only been open since February 1st and has only used social networking to bring people to the website. And so far we've done about $350 in sales since February 1st. We've had over, I think, 5,000 people to the website. I can double check that real quick, but only using social networking. And the reason why our conversion rate is lower on this site is because we're using giveaways to get people to learn about us. They've never heard of us before. So what we're doing is we're using giveaways to get people to like us, know us, and trust us. Because once they like us, know us, and trust us, then they're going to give us their money. And that's extremely important. That's what we want. So that's what we're looking for. Like us, know us, trust us, and then could you give us your credit card, please? That's how we're doing it through social networking. It's really great. I'm so excited to document all of this and share all of the findings with you and show you the sales and show you the analytics and show you what works and doesn't work. I'm just going to be very excited to show this to you. So when you're adding new products, consider adding your top products to start, because you can always add more later, and product images are going to be critical to selling your products online, because don't forget, you can always return and edit your product descriptions, your pricing, your product images later, and you can even add more products after opening for business. As I said, this other site we're working on, there's still 100 products. There's probably only 50 products on the site. We still have 100 more that has to be added, but I work a full-time day job, obviously, doing One Choice for your store. I'm trying to do this just as you guys would, where you work a full-time day job. You're only doing this nights and weekends, and that's why they're not added to the store yet. But that's the reality of life. This is how things work. So you can always open up later, but you want to open your store for business. Just get the store open. Get the search engines a chance to find your site, because it's going to take months. It's going to take a while for the search engines to find you, and we want to get them in. So what you're going to do is you're going to have all your steps completed. You're going to publish your changes. You're going to run a test order. You're going to click that Open for Business button. And let me tell you, this is just the first step of an ongoing process, because you're always going to keep tracking and improving your store so that you can build repeat customers. Like I said, there's probably 200 things wrong on our main website, One Choice for Your Store, and that's okay. We're too busy working with customers. We're too busy doing webinars and the radio show and the New Life event, and that's okay. We're continually working on the site, and you will be too. Just get it open for business. All right, so some of the goodies that we have for you today. If you don't have a Yahoo store yet and you're like, okay, I want a Yahoo store right away, we now have coupons to get you 4 months of free rent for your Yahoo store. And so that's going to give you plenty of time to get the store open for business. And plus you get a free domain name with that. And if you go to freewystore.com, it has the information. Now it's also a promotion that I'm doing with Worldwide Brands. So you're going to see information on a Worldwide Brands, a company that we work with, Chris Malta. He was on our radio show this last Monday. And we have special packages for them, but you can get that 4-month coupon there for the free Y Store. Really, really great value. While you're at the site, there is a Yahoo Store editor book that shows you step by step everything in the Yahoo Store. I mean, it has everything and anything that you could ever imagine. And the other really great thing that I absolutely love that we're going to give you today is a free item image pop-up. This is a $90 value, and I want your store to have this because it drives me insane. It will keep customers on your website. The images will pop up in a new window, and it's called free item image pop-up. I'm going to show you how to find it on our website. You're going to use coupon code WWBC2E, which is, again, a worldwide brands coupon code, but it stands for, just to help you remember it, worldwide brands, click to enlarge. So it's WWBC2E, and I'm going to give this to you guys all today. Let me show you a couple things and where they are and how it all works. Let's talk about that click to enlarge first, because that's one thing that drives me crazy. So here's what happens. Your customers come, this is your normal everyday Yahoo store. Your customers come to your website and they go, oh, let me look at this in more detail. Where'd the product go? It's like, not here. And that's something that absolutely drives me batty about the Yahoo store. That it drives me batty. Your customers have to click the back button, but most times they click the close button and they forget about you. So what we're going to do is let me go ahead and click on this. When they click on your images, and this is what I'm telling, this is one of the free goodies you're getting. Now what's going to happen is when they go into your store and click on that image, it's going to pop up in a larger image right here so they can see it, and then they can close that window. They never, ever, ever lose that add to cart button. So if they go to another one, they come over here, they're looking at it, bam, there's that larger image. They can close the window, but more importantly, the add to cart button is still there. Again, with that basic Yahoo store, where did the add to cart button go? I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. All right, so where can you get that on our website? So first of all, to get the Yahoo Store editor book, and let's actually start, let's just go to freeystore.com and I'll show you where to get everything. So you go to freeystore.com and you click on the do it yourself, and this is where you get the 4 months free. We'll set up the store, we'll open the store for you, so that way we make sure that you absolutely get your 4 months free. So that's where you go for that. Then over here on the left is where you get the free Yahoo Store Editor ebook. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then I'm going to do a search for item image pop-up. So let me do that. Oops. Come on now. Okay. Get that and, oop, nope, that. So I'm going to go to item image pop-up. Right here, and there it is, enlarge item image pop-up for $90. If you forget where this is, just go to the build your own package page. It's on there as well. Just look for image pop-up, enlarge item image pop-up for $90. That will work for that, and it will give you a $90 coupon, and we will install that into your store free. I absolutely hate that. Absolutely. It's probably one of the worst things that I think about the Yahoo stores. So it's one of the things that, you know, we will take care of. We'll put it in your store. Have us do it right away before you add any products if you can, because it's so much easier on us, and it just really, really makes it easier on us. So I'm going to go and go ahead and answer some questions. And first of all, let's go with Tanya. I have a question. I'm selling specialty service items as custom t-shirts and do not have a SKU or item number. How should I list it on Yahoo? Because it keeps asking me for the code. Okay, so the best way to do this, Tanya, is to kind of create like your own code, your own system. And if you can't do that, then when you go into the store, and let's say that you go in and we go here and we click item, and let's say that I put in the name is frog crown, and I upload a picture. Here's a little cheating system I don't know if you know about. I put in the frog crown and I click send. Now it didn't do that. All right, depending on when the store was built, sometimes it puts in that code for you. So what you could do is if you've got a frog crown, let's say, put the code as frog crown. Put the code as something that you'll know what it is, something that kind of makes sense from you. So that's something that you definitely want to do, because I know that's like really weird in how they're doing it. Come up with your own system though. If it's a black shirt, you know, you might want to just put in black 2-1, 1-2, or 2-1, something like that. So that way it helps. That will help you there. Now, as for where is the Open for Business button, let me show you. If we go to the home and we go back to manager, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on payment methods, and I'm going to click on to set it up offline. So that way it will let me see that open the store. Let's see, name is bank, phone number 123. I don't know if this is going to let me do it though. 16, 8 to 16. So all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Click finish. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so now that all steps are completed, here's that button to open up for business. And it's right there. Okay, that's where you're going to find that open for business. All of these have to be check marked before you're going to get that. Scott says, I just opened 2 weeks ago. Money's tight. Can I still get the 4 months free and keep my domain? Unfortunately, Scott, this has to be a brand new store in order to get the 4 months free, and I'm really, really sorry. If you've already signed up with a domain with the Yahoo, it will say that domain's already been used and it will kick it out. I'm so very sorry. I would love to give this to you. I have no control over it. Yahoo's very particular about it, and we're just happy that we can get these for our customers and help them with opening their store, and I'm so sorry, Scott. Tanya, I hope that helped you. If I can help you with anything else, let me know. You know, you may want to just start a system of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, something like that. So I hope that helps. Jessica wants to know, when creating the product, do we need to enter info for headline, caption, and description? Very good question, Jessica. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. Let's go into our store manager, click on store editor, and let's go ahead and take a look at our windbreaker jacket and click on the edit button. Now, you'll notice that we have not only a headline field, a caption field, and also a description field. So what exactly are all of those? First of all, the headline field is used as kind of like a longer name. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to put in really cool blue windbreaker jacket as the longer name, and I'm just going to click update just to show you the difference. All right, so if I look here as the name of the product, it says really cool blue windbreaker jacket. That's the headline. But if I go to the frog clothing, it still just says blue windbreaker jacket. So here's where it runs into like the difference between the name and a headline. So the name is going to be used as our short link here and our short link up here, but the headline is like a little bit longer of a name. Don't go crazy here. We don't want to put really cool blue windbreaker jacket that is item number blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I've seen some people go crazy with this headline field. Don't do that. Be very focused, targeted, know exactly what you're talking about. All right, now let's talk about the caption field. The caption field is what is going to be used as the description for your product down here. All right, now this is where it gets, oops, not variables. The description field, now this is where it gets confusing with the Yahoo Store. Right here we've got page title, keywords, and description. This is supposed to be a meta description field that the search engines use to look at your page. They also rarely tell you that this should only be 25 to 30 words. This was back when Yahoo Store was putting these in automatically, and they should only be 160 to 180 characters. A lot of the search engines right now are telling you that they don't even use the meta description field or the meta keywords field. What is very, very, very important is the page title field. Now, if you don't fill out this page title field, what's going to happen? Well, let's click Update. It is going to use the name of your product. There is something, though, that you can do instead of filling out every single one of them. There is a little add-on that we do that automatically optimizes all of your tags. What it does is it puts in the name of the item plus the section that it's in for your meta title. It puts in the meta tag keywords that are very relevant to the product, and it puts in the meta tag description, even though most of the search engines don't read it, but it puts in the right amount of information based on the content that you're writing. So that's something that you might want to look into because it's only $150. That will automatically do this for all the products in your store, and you don't have to worry about it. If you're going to do these by hand, okay, by hand, then the only one I would specifically worry about is the meta title tag. That's the only one I would worry about, but don't go too crazy here. Don't go too crazy. As a matter of fact, go to our website, go to the Learning Center, and download Relevancy is Queen, because that's really going to help you to understand more about those meta tags and your title tags and all that good stuff and what you need to do as far as content. That is really, really going to help you. I love this book, Relevancy is Queen. All right. Alex, if you already have a domain name, can you still use a coupon? As long as it's not being used currently with the Yahoo Store, yes, you can. You can use a domain name that you already have, as long as it's not hooked up to a current Yahoo Store. Tanya, can you show us how to copy one item to another category one more time? Yes. And how to add new store categories? Absolutely, Tanya. So let's go into adding new categories. So the first thing we're going to do, and by the way, for those of you with Yahoo stores, I don't know if you know this, but there's a beginner mode and an advanced mode for Yahoo Store Editor. This little red arrow takes you back and forth. This is regular, advanced. Little arrow right there, regular, advanced. So if you're not feeling like you're too advanced in the store editor, you know, you don't have to use it. But if you're feeling like, you know, I'm feeling pretty kind of groovy, I might want to look at some of the advanced stuff, go ahead and click on that red arrow, just so you know that that's there. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about let's talk about the sections first. So how do we create a new category or section? You want to make sure you're on your home page first. That's the first thing. And then just click the button called Section. And we are going to call this a new section and click Update. And there's our new section. This is very simple. Just all you have to do is make sure you're on your home page. Now let's say we want to create a new category within a category. So basically a subcategory. Let's say we're going to make a new section, and we're going to call it clothing. So we clicked section from our home page, and now we're going to click section again, and we're going to call this jackets. Click update. See, this is under clothing now. Go back to clothing. Click section, and now we're going to call this pants. Go back to clothing. Now we can go ahead and create more subcategories. The only difference is that we're creating section button on the actual main category, but if we want to create main sections, we have to go back to the home page and click the subsection button. By the way, Yahoo Store tutorials, Yahoo Store Editor, this will show you how to add a section, how to add a new item, how to create SEO-friendly URLs, how to add YouTube, how to add specials, subsections, everything that you possibly would want to know is covered under Yahoo Store tutorials in case you forget or later on you're like, what the heck did she say about that? Okay. Now, the second question was, can you show us how to copy one item to another category? So let's do that. Let's take our blue windbreaker jacket and copy it into under clothing. We want to put it under jackets. So the first thing we have to do is actually go to that product. So let's go to that product, the blue windbreaker jacket, and you want to hit the copy button, just like if you're in Microsoft Word, or I'm sorry, Microsoft Office. Cut, copy, paste, right? That's how we do it. If we hit cut, it's going to remove it. If we hit copy, it's going to make a duplicate. So we're going to hit copy, and now here's our copy up here. Go to our category we want to copy it into, such as jackets. And then here's our little clipboard. Click to insert blue windbreaker jacket. All we have to do is just click on that, and there we go. The nice part about the Yahoo Store editor is if we wanted to, we could actually come in here and copy our bikini, then go back over here. Let's see, we were in frog clothing. Let's copy our frog clown. We can copy that, even though we don't have anything. Then we can go into our clothing area, and we could paste multiple items if we wanted to real quickly. Bam, done. Easy. Alex wants to know, what about the floating cart? You can absolutely put in the floating shopping cart. Actually, the way that you're going to do that would be going into the manager, and when you go into Store Manager, you want to go out into Checkout and Registration Manager. And this is where you're going to find the information for the actual, and it's been a while since I've done this, so you'll have to forgive me. Here's customer registration to set that up, and remind me where it is to do the floating cart. It's been a while since I've set these up. Sorry, I don't set these up very much anymore. You know what? Here, let's do this. This is a great tool. This is my favorite box here. I've been doing stores for 10 years now, and every once in a while I'm like, wait, how do you do that? Because I don't work on them as much as I used to on a daily basis. So this little help box is like, whoo, thank you. So all I do is just put in my little search, floating cart, and the floating cart settings, if you're using editor 3.0, you go into floating cart manager and your store pages, and choose the options to enable. Go into store editor the first time you're using it, and you must manually install the code. Store manager, click floating cart manager. There you go. So now you know how to get in there. How do I install it? Like, see right here, if you were installing this on your own, you would be using the 3.0, and then you would go in here and in Store Manager, click Floating Cart Manager link located in the Edit column. So this tells you exactly what you need to do. So that's really nice about the store, because if you ever say, well, how do I do this, and maybe we don't have a video on it yet, you can go right to it. So here it is under Edit. There's the Floating Cart Manager, and here we've got show or hide. We've got where to set it up. We've got shipping calculator message, the free shipping offer. All of this information is in here. Visual customization, manual setup, all of this is right in here, and then you can preview it, and then you can publish it as long as you have your settings set up correctly. That you have a basic 3.0 store, I should say. What does a floating cart look like, and how does it compare to a basic Yahoo store? Oh, what if you, first, I'm sorry, Alex asked, what if you have a custom website? If you have a custom website that uses custom programming, you're going to want to know how to work with RTML, or you're going to have to know some coding to insert the floating shopping cart. The floating shopping cart has had some issues back and forth. They kind of produced it a little bit too fast, if you ask me. And so a lot of store owners have wound up taking it off of their site this is the last that I've heard about it. You may want to contact Michael in our office to get more information. Tanya, same thing. Contact Michael at my office. Because he'll have a better idea and can talk to you more about specific ones. I know they were having a lot of problems. They were working them all out. The best thing that they did, however, was to actually put in the site registration. That is absolutely wonderful, and that's something that if you don't have hooked up on your store, make sure that you do. It's very easy to do. Just go into your store manager, go into checkout and registration manager, go into your global settings, and then you can do the customer registration. You can just go ahead and click on the enable. The big thing to do when you are setting up customer registration is make sure that you never ever 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 force your customers to register in order to make a purchase. You do not want to force them to make a purchase. That's the biggest thing that's going to get them to leave your site. So don't do that to them. Okay, any other questions? We have some great questions. You guys are like so awesome. I mean, I love your questions. It's so wonderful. Okay, so back to our website. If you have questions, again, use that little search box. Go to our site, Yahoo Store Tutorials. Pretty much everything's in here. The Yahoo Store book. Remember to go to freeystore.com so you can get your 4 months free. We'll get that set up for you. And the other thing is to do your search for the item image pop-up and use the coupon code WWBC2E to get your free image enlarge pop-up, and that will get that to you for free. We usually get that installed within a week. We'll get that taken care of for you. It is a really, really great programming feature that is a must-have. I think it's one of the most important features to have in your store, which is why we are giving it to you for free. How long is that coupon for the Yahoo? I'm not sure, Alex. I know we have a limited, we only have a limited number, and we're going to be doing a big promotion for next weekend for the New Life event. We're working with the Yahoo stores and opening up a lot of Yahoo stores for a lot of people for the New Life event, and we only have a certain number of them that we are given. So it's more not a matter of how long is the coupon good for, it's more of how many do we have. So we usually always have 2-month free coupons, but it's rare that we get the 4-month coupons. So if you're not able to start your store now, that's not a problem. We'll at least have a 2-month coupon for you in the future. But these 4-month are rare, and we love them, and mostly we got them for the New Life event, and we're able to share them a little bit earlier for some of our customers and make sure that they get them before the big event next week. So, and if you're late and you don't know about the New Life event, I hope that you will sign up. It is a wonderful event. Great speakers. I mean, just amazing speakers. Right now, you can go look at the August and watch all the rebroadcast of the different webinars we had last time. Hoping by Friday or Saturday, I'm going to have the new schedule up. Make sure you click here to register for February. It is absolutely amazing, and it's a lot of fun. Absolutely, a lot of fun. How can building a, oh, Samuel wants to know, you're building a store for me. Can I get the customer's registration put on it? Cindy is building it. Samuel, absolutely tell Cindy to put a place for the login my account on your design, and then also make sure that she adds a note that you were in Shauna's webinar and Shauna said that you were going to get that added on at no extra cost, just in case it was not added in your package. It is now. So we'll make sure that we get that taken care of for you. Just tell them that you talked to me. And what was, do we all get that? Sure, Alex, no problem. Just, you know, write us in. Now, Samuel's working with us to get building a store and doing a custom design. So we try to take care of our customers and try to make sure that we give them a really, you know, really set up their store the right way. And really make sure that they're taken care of. So my pleasure, Samuel. Thank you for being a customer. We really do appreciate it. And just let them know. Shauna said, you know, you can use it in that tone too. I think that's like the tone that my mom would use, and she's great too. So, all right, guys, I think that is it. I kept you for over an hour, which I apologize. Hopefully you learned a lot, though. I really do hope you're going to join me for the New Life event. It is absolutely phenomenal. You are really going to love it. I've got some amazing speakers. I just added one lady. She's like in the top 20 women to follow on the Forbes list. I mean, she's like talk about how to reinvent your small business. I've got speakers that are normally at Search Engine Strategies, and they cost like $2,000 to go see them at Search Engine Strategies, and it's all free. It's all completely and free for you guys. It's just a weekend of learning, and as you can see, there's no ads on the website. There's no sponsors. It's just good free education, because that's what I love, is education. Education is so powerful. So make sure you register. Don't forget to register. Don't forget to register. And I hope to see you guys at the New Life event. And I'll do another Open for Business webinar next Wednesday. So if you need more help, just come and join me next Wednesday. I will have that. Let's see, what time is that one? That webinar is going to be next Wednesday at, I'm doing a nighttime one at 9 p.m. So if you have more questions, come join me at the 9 p.m. one next week, and we'll get you all taken care of. Or make sure to write in my team. They're really great too. I have a great team of people. So, all right, everyone, I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you very, very much for making this a absolutely wonderful webinar. And you're very, very welcome, Andre. You're very, very welcome, Samuel. And Tanya, if you have any more questions, make sure to write us into our make sure to write in my team. They're really, really wonderful, and they'll get you hooked up and make sure that you're taken care of. And Jessica, my pleasure, my pleasure. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you to the rest of you. I'm sorry I didn't get to your names, but hugs and everything else to you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.